like a snore. I'm with your bitch like I'm Clyde. Bonnie look good on my side. Plus it's like 10 for the ride. Rack it up, racks for the ride.
What's going on, everybody? Episode 3, I believe. Feels like I just started this like 2 seconds ago, but like I got a lot of this type of content coming up in the future. So if you like the content, if you like these type of videos, definitely subscribe, like, follow me everywhere, like SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, all of that good stuff. This is kind of a crazy situation, so it has a little bit to do with the last video I posted. It's the whole like issue with white influencers that are on social media, like Adin Ross. The video is mainly about Adin Ross talking shit about black women, basically. So like this is like a conversation that's going around the internet right now, and I think this video sparked it off with Adin Ross getting back at Doechii. So Doechii is a black woman, female artist, rapper, singer, super famous, over 20 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So like millions and millions of views on like almost all her music videos on YouTube. Super famous, right? I did an album review on her first album she released under the label she's under. Fast forward 2026, this situation happened in 2025. So Doechii, she released a song on one of her recent albums, and there's a portion of the song talking about her haters basically getting at her for possibly being an industry plant and allegedly botting her streams and her views, generating her clout just off of like bots and just tools that you're not supposed to use in the industry. She's being accused of doing that from various people outside of Adin Ross, but Adin Ross is like the main guy that's like powering this whole notion that Doechii bots her views and her listens. She put a line in one of her songs basically getting at people like Adin Ross. She doesn't actually say Adin Ross's name. She could be talking about a completely different person because it's such a small line that's a part of the song. And she's basically saying that guys like Adin Ross should like mind their own business. Like, keep telling me that I'm botting my streams and my views, but it's like, come on, man, you're just talking shit. You're just trying to like put my name into the ground and like sabotage my career and all that shit, right? So Adin Ross basically responds to that line, even though it might not even be directly like at him. And that's like part of the whole argument why this whole thing could have been avoided in the first place. But like he responds in a way as if the line is directed at him, and he's basically calling Doechii a dirty bitch. What else, man? Like calling her a slut, saying that she's fat, like she's ugly, she's like smelly, like saying all this like just like crazy shit, you know what I mean? Like this is all coming from Adin Ross throughout various videos of him resurfacing online through like Twitter and stuff. There's like a bunch of clips of him saying it, and then everyone's sort of like clowning Adin Ross for like disrespecting a black woman. They're basically calling him racist. And it's funny because like I feel like Adin Ross has always been hated outside of his millions of followers, but a lot of those followers are probably like, I don't even want to say little white kids, but like they're probably just young kids that don't really get this whole thing, and they're just kind of like looking up to Adin Ross just because he's always on YouTube making these kind of videos, inviting rappers over to do like streams, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, from pretending to be a homosexual. There's that too, like all the gay stuff that he be doing. And then also just inviting a bunch of rappers to his streams that he's probably like not even close to being friends with, but just to get like the views and the clicks, right? And then he sort of made a career out of that. Over 2 million followers on like throughout all social media, but like that's how he got famous. So I think because of that, there's a lot of people that have a lot of hate towards Adin Ross, including myself. Like, I mean, I don't hate Adin Ross, obviously, but I am definitely not a fan. I always thought it was pretty whack that he's getting famous off of a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, with like inviting the rappers, I think it's just like a business tactic just to get the views. Like, I don't even think he likes hip hop music, to be honest. Like, he always says he's a Drake fan, but he's probably like, that's probably the only type of hip hop that he's into. So another thing that Adin Ross brought up through his like response to Doechii, he thinks that she's an industry plant. So I sort of see where he's coming. That's like probably the most realistic thing, in my point of view, that Adin Ross brought up out of all the shit he's saying. Like, everything else is like completely fucked up. That's the one thing that I might agree with just a bit, just because like her monthly listeners count did go from 60 million to 20 million. And this is something that I've been seeing a lot, happen a lot with a lot of like major artists. There's a lot of artists, you see their monthly listeners drop down from like 20 million to 10 million, 10 million to 5 million. And that might be because of the bot thing, the whole bot theory. If the platform realizes that you are botting your streams, they're gonna do something to like subtract the listens that are botted, actually give you the real number, the actual authentic number, because like it's illegal. You can't just like fake your streams. The platform catches you, they're gonna do something about it. So, and like just her popularity kind of just skyrocketed out of nowhere. She's a talented artist, but just the way she just popped out of nowhere was just kind of like, I don't know. There's something unauthentic about her rise to fame. I'll definitely give Adin Ross that, but like besides that one point, I'm completely against Adin Ross, bro. Like this kid's a little bitch, bro. Like I'm not even gonna cap. DJ Academics is way more hip hop than Adin Ross. Like if you want to think of an influencer that's always on social media talking about different artists and rappers and talk about like who's legitimately a representation of hip hop, Adin Ross does not represent hip hop in any way, any form. He a Drake fan, and you know, being from Canada, it's pretty cool to see a lot of Americans be Drake fans. Like that's always cool to see, but like that's probably the only part of hip hop that he's into. Like all the streams of him inviting rappers over, I think it's all just bullshit. They aren't real friends. They just did it for the streams. It's just his attempt to try to look cool for like the kids so that they can look up to him. And I mean, it ended up working. So I mean, there's a genius within that, but he's not hip hop. What he says about hip hop, like, it's not important. Anybody that says it is, they're just as lame as Adin Ross. So then Glasses Malone. So this is a Crip from, pretty sure he's from California, LA, California. So he has a podcast too, and he's basically responding to the things Adin Ross said. That turned into a back and forth between Adin Ross and Glasses Malone. And Glasses Malone was basically saying that, I'm a Crip, bro. Like, don't play with black women like this, man. Calling them names and stuff. You're messing with her, you're messing with me type stuff. You tell your boys to like watch their back because like, yo, I'm gonna start pressing on you. Like, he's basically saying that he's gonna turn this thing into a physical thing if Adin Ross doesn't like pipe down, basically. So this can get pretty crazy, and I honestly think if Glasses Malone's gonna do anything about this, the best thing for him to do is to get other people to do something about it, because messing with a rich Jewish guy in a physical altercation type thing is always a bad idea. These guys got like the most powerful lawyers, especially Adin Ross. Like, this guy is rich, man. Like, he's definitely a multi-millionaire. So I feel like it's not like the best idea to threaten a person like that. But I mean, I don't really know Glasses Malone that well, so maybe he knows better. The fact that became a thing on the internet, they're back and forth. Adin Ross basically threatening to like up his security and, you know, call the cops if he sees anything like fucked up happens to like him or to like any of the people around him. And then Glasses Malone, he's straight up threatened Adin Ross at this point. So all in all, man, I'm obviously on the black woman's side when it comes to this situation. I'll say this, I don't think Adin Ross is like racist, especially compared to a lot of other influencers that will talk shit about black people and all that. I think it's just like the kid in him, you know, this new age video game shit talking thing that a lot of kids like to do. The shit that they'll say will just get worse and worse, and the whole video game culture, you know what I mean? And I think I've talked about this before. It's like kind of like a kid thing, you know, to like talk all this shit. Like, it's like a shit talking thing, you know? And Doechii, being part of the hip hop world, being a rapper, she's probably battled people before making like diss lines, you know, about somebody else, and there's no limit, there's no restraint to like how far you can go when it comes to this hip hop stuff. Like, if you look at rap battles, like, they'll say absolutely anything. They'll pull up anything, make fun of the other rapper to try to like break them down and hurt their feelings just so that they can get the win. Like, it's part of hip hop. I do think Adin Ross slightly went too far. He's saying like, oh, dirty bitch and slut, colors, like that's dirty. What you gotta call it dirty? Like that's, if anything, he could have just played it off a lot better. Basically, like said, like, even if his followers are saying that Doechii is aiming that diss towards him, he could have played it off a lot better, especially being this like multi-million-dollar social media presence. He's been doing this, being on camera, saying the right things for like the longest time. It's crazy that he would respond to the diss track like the way he did. Could have like handled it a lot better and basically told his followers like, well, you know, guys, like, I don't think that this line is about me. There's a lot of people that's accusing Doechii for botting her views, for being an industry plant, so like maybe she's trying to clown somebody else with this diss. And then he could have left it at that. Nobody would say anything about Adin. So I do believe he's an idiot. He's definitely a dumbass kid that just got famous and rich off of just doing like a bunch of stupid shit on camera. Even though there is a lot of intelligence in the moves he's made to get to the point he's at. In that aspect, he's kind of smart, but for the most part, I do think he is an idiot, especially responding the way he did with this whole Doechii thing. But I don't think he's racist. I just think he's like an idiot. Now he's getting the whole black community like against him because of what he said, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, man, especially with the whole Glasses Malone thing. Like, that can get serious, man. But let me know what you guys think about this whole thing, man. Adin Ross basically responding to Doechii's diss track, diss lines or whatever. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys watching, man, and I got lots more of these videos coming up. If you like the content, stay tuned, man. Stay tuned.